Hi everyone, it's Eileen from Now There's a Crafty Idea, and I am here with just a little craft along, kind of mess about, kind of trying out a new idea, and I thought you might like to come along with me. So I've been playing about with some ideas. I found all these blanks. Now when I say blanks, these are, when I've cut these shapes out, these are what have been left, and rather than throw them out, I thought I'd find a use for them, and then they found their way back into the back of one of my ephemera books and were forgotten about. Well, I was sorting them out the other day. Yes, and honestly it is, it's hard to believe, but yes, I was tidying up my ephemera books. And I found a few, and then I found these ones, and these are the ones that I use for my oh, what do you call them, cabinet cards. And I thought, well, I've got loads of cabinet cards now, so I could maybe use these for something else. And I was thinking about my upcoming journal, which is going to be a naturalist journal. So I found some lovely labels on Tracy Fox Creative, Love Junk Journals, and they're called Random Sciencey Labels. I love that title, Random Sciencey Labels, and they're great. I'll drop a link down below to them, and they're just great because they've got field notes, specimens, and specimen labels, and so I thought, great, let's do something with them. So I bought those and printed them out twice. I've got one sheet to cut out yet, but I've had loads of fussy cutting to do. I bought a few other bits of pieces. I'll show you in the next video what I've been buying. I just, you know, I needed some Etsy time. You know, you can't just go on and not buy. So I found this, and this is, believe it or not, this is the inside packet of a cereal box. So this is the packet the actual cereal's in, and I thought, isn't that great? And wouldn't that kind of give you like a vintage celluloid kind of feel about it? Because you can see it's kind of like, it is it's a bit opaque, so yeah, it's going to give you that kind of vintagey celluloid feel. And I'm thinking about the little the photo squares, you know, the photo negatives, and they're in like a little square, and then it's like they've got the film inside, and I was thinking something similar to that, but then I was thinking, well, I want it to be more of the nature journal. So let's play, let's see what we can come up with, and let's see. So I'm going to put some of these aside. I'm going to start with this one. I like the idea of these. All I've done with this is it's just an index card that I've copy dyed, and I've just used my oval punch to punch an oval out of. Would have been good if I'd used the oval punch to punch a circle out of it, wouldn't it? It's been one of those days. And I thought we'd try with these. Oh, excuse me, sorry, got the back of my throat there. So I thought we'd try with these and see, just play and see what we come up with, because I'm not sure what I'm doing. I'm just playing here. So I'm gonna do, I've got the general idea in my head, and I'm just gonna see if it works out the way I think it will. So I just want to distress the inside of this so that it doesn't look like it's just being cut out, and then I'll do the same with this one, and I'm just giving them like a gentle distress so that it looks like the, you know, the old pieces from a naturalist's diary. Right, I don't think they would have something quite as frilly as that, but hey ho, you never know. So what I want to do is attach this to the back. Now I'm thinking I need to cut it so that it's about the right size, because I don't want loads of this where I'm trying to glue. And of course this is like, it's another thing that would get thrown in the bin, and I'm going to find a way to use it. So I think, I can't remember, I have a vague memory of someone doing like something similar with this paper, and maybe that's where I've gotten it from. But it was just today I was tidying up the kitchen, and I saw it, and I thought, well, Yeah, that could be used. And it's got that nice, it's almost a slight milky, you can kind of see it's kind of slightly opaque. So anyway, right, let's get round here. I'm gonna make sure I'm on camera. I'm just hoping that the glue will actually grip this. I can't see why it wouldn't, because it's for any kind of medium I mean. So I think it should grab it okay. I'm just going to squidge it out a bit there. There we go. Yeah, and it doesn't matter that it's not perfectly flat, because I want that kind of vintage effect, and it's ever so slightly filmy. Oh, I like that. And what I've got to go on these, I've just picked up some bugs and butterflies and moths, because I just thought, you know, a nice butterfly, or see, maybe see if there's a bigger one. Yeah, I like that. Is that big enough, or do we have something a bit bigger? We've got this guy, but he's far too big for that one. What's this one? Let's see. Oh, I like that one. Oh, stay where you put. I like that one. Right, let's just move some of these out the way. Right, now obviously I want this to go underneath, but I'm not going to glue it to the plastic because you'll be able to see the glue. So what I was thinking was I could use some of this. Now this is just grid paper, and I've just coffee dyed it. So I was thinking, if I just cut, if I can just line it all up, instead of cutting, why don't I just tear it? It's obviously been used for something else. It's got these bits left. There we go. Use you something else. And then I really do not have any idea what I'm doing here. This is just flying by the seat of my pants. And I'm trying really hard to bring to life where I can see my head. Which, if it works, will be cute. Okay. Now, what I might do, I might add a little bit of background to this, because it needs something else. So I've got my text stamp, and it's just a general, you know, just a script stamp. And what colours do I have? Somewhere I'm losing things now. I've got brown and I've got green. What colours are a butterfly? I kind of think that the green might look nice. Now it's a dark forest green, so let's give that a go. Use something different for once. I feel like I'm always using vintage photo or brown ink, and it's just, I don't want to get this straight. Move out butterfly. Probably should have done this before I put the plastic on, but I can always wipe it. Oh, I like that. Right, great. Yep. Put a little bit down the bottom, and that's just going to give it a little bit of a, just a background. There we are. I like that. That's quite nice. I think the green works really well, actually. Let's just give this a quick clean. I mean, I'll probably be using it again, but I like to keep my stamps clean. Right, so we've got that. Now, I want to use the light side. See, now I need to give that a clean, just to get that ink off. There we go. Perfect. Right. Now, I think what I need to do is glue this to the inside of there. Yeah, let's just get it positioned right. That looks about right. Yeah, that looks about right. So I am just going to find, if I can find, a pencil. I'm just going to put a slight mark just where the bottom of its tail is going to go, because I want to give it a quick distress. It's a bit white, and again I do want this to look vintage, as though it's been sitting on a shelf for a few decades. You know, somebody's grandfather in his younger days was a naturalist and she's just found his journals. I love telling stories about the journals I'm making, because it gives them a bit of life, doesn't it? A little bit of background. Right, now let's just sit you right on that mark I've made. Try and get you level. There we go. Okay, let's just try that. Oh, that looks really pretty. I like that. And it looks like it's a proper sample, doesn't it? Right, now we need to glue this on. Oh, this is going to be so cute. I'm so pleased I decided to do this. I think I'm going to have to put a bit of glue underneath these corners. Although I could just snip them off, couldn't I? Do the same on this side. And then that's less bulk on the overall finish. The glue does seem to have held onto it pretty well, so I'm pleased about that. So I was a bit worried with it being a kind of a plastic that it might not actually work. Okay, right. I'm going to just use the glue stick around here. Just get that bottom bit. And then what I think I'll do, I'll just put another little bit of glue around there. Just don't want it bleeding over. Right, let's get this together. I can always trim around it to get off any extra or any excess. I'm really pleased with that. That looks really nice. Now I want to decorate it. So I want to use Tracy's labels, and I want to make it look a little bit more. So I've got some, let's see, I've got some of this, which is just an old French dictionary. I think I've got another piece of that. I'd rather use the other piece. That's it. Right. There we are. I think if I just get, it's very old paper this. I'm pretty sure it was 1897, but it's going to go a new lease of life now. It was very damaged when I found it. The pages are okay, but the book itself wasn't. I'll put that there, and then we'll choose a label to go on top. I don't think I want to go with square. We need something a little big. We've got this nice number 4427 identification. I quite like that one. These labels are really great because they're in various sizes, so you know you can decide what kind of size you want to use, and they're good for like bigger pieces and smaller pieces. I'm just picking out the ones that I'm thinking will be about the right size for it, because I think some of them will be too small. Right, no, I don't want that one. I like the circle. I'm not keen on that one. I'm not liking this, the squareness. I'm thinking maybe I might go with the circle one, but I want to add something else to the background. Now let's see, what do I have? I've got some scraps of stuff. I mean, I quite like that. Does that go that way? It's like little flowers inside little circles, and the colours are nice. The greens will all go together. Yeah, let's I might put it across the top, crossway. Right, okay. Stop messing about, Aileen, and get on with it. It needs to be a little bit thinner, just around there. And then, so if I put that one down to go across the top, and then that can go there. I'm liking it, it's missing something, and I don't know where it's missing. Ho hum, ho hum. Maybe I'm just going to have a look at these, because these were the stamps I did on Hessian. Put kind of the butterfly one there, and then put the... That looks quite nice. Yeah, kind of like that. We'll go with that. Just needed that little extra something. Right. I'm just going to get all the bits off this, because there's there's little bits of threads and tiny little bits of stuff all over it. Right, there we go. It's all nice and raggedy now. Just pull a few more threads off of it. Just want it to be, there we go, that should do it. Okay, and then we can pop that over there like that. If I just move things, yeah, that'll look nice. That, I think this maybe needs to come down a bit more. Yeah, kind of like that. Right, I'm going to distress everything. As you know me, it has to be distressed, otherwise I don't feel right. It has been such a miserable day here today. The rain just has not stopped. It's been just constant. I mean, I know the gardens can do with it, but oh boy. And it is freezing. You can see your breath. I mean, oh, it's June. Give us a break. I know we shouldn't complain because we've had a good month of lovely weather, but come on, a month in every year just isn't enough. I want more. It's like you know, you can't plan anything, because if you say, oh, we might have a barbecue at the weekend, you can guarantee it's going to be raining at the weekend. We try to have surprise ones and surprise the weather. We don't tell anybody, or we don't say the word out loud, because if you say the word barbecue, then the rain just starts. I swear that it's just sitting listening. Oh my word. I've lived in this country all my life. You'd think by now I'd be used to it. But no, I certainly am not. I think the older you get, the less tolerance you have to the cold. And I mean, you know, I'm be 50 next year. I'm not like old, but yeah, I think my tolerance has already gone. I'm just going to run the sponge just around the edge of this, just to give it a little bit more age. Not a lot, just a little. And the distressing inks take onto fabric really well, so there we go. Just make it look a little bit less pristine. Right, let's get our little fabric glue. Okay. Right, there we go. Because I'm going to glue this kind of on the top of there, I'm going to use the same glue, because I don't think the Pritt stick will hold it. The glue stick. I will keep calling it Pritt stick. It's not Pritt stick. So yeah, I might be Might be bought into the shops next week if it carries on like this. I don't know, maybe it's divine intervention or something, because the shops are starting to open up this weekend and everybody's a little bit nervous about going out again. So maybe it's divine intervention to keep us all in the house. The weather forecast for the weekend's terrible, but the good thing about that is I'm more inclined to spend the whole day in my craft room rather than part the day in the craft room and part the day sitting in the sun. So there's always a silver lining. Right, that turned out really nice. I like that, and I do like the effect of this. It's ever so slightly milky, and it kind of gives it almost like that celluloid look about it, and it really does look like a sample. Yeah, I like that. It's turned out really well. I'm pleased that I had that idea. So don't throw out those packets from your cornflakes from now on, because they could come in handy. Right, let's see what we can do with this one. Now I want to do the same on this one. I want to give it a little bit of background. I don't think I'm going to be able to use a big label on this one, obviously, because it's a smaller piece. But if I use it that way, that would make a nice pocket, wouldn't it? Oh yeah, that would be a lovely pocket. See, that's a nice journaling card, and you've got your journaling space on the back. And I like that. But this would make a nice pocket. Good thinking, Batman. Right, okay. Let's get the stamp. Where did I put the stamp? And I think this time I'll go with the brown ink, just because this is quite white, this card, because it's just been cut out of some white card. Right, let's see if I've got this the right way. Yes. Oh, the stamp would nearly be big enough. Nearly. Okay, I've got a bigger one. I should have gotten that one out, but it's okay. At the end of the day, I want it to have kind of a... This is a big sticky piece. Let's go another one. There we are. I want it to have kind of a different direction as well. Let's get the ink. And see how that looks. Yep, I'm liking it. And then maybe just a little bit on this corner. So I kind of like this bit. Didn't work very well, did it? Just a tiny little bit. I'm going to try and line that up now. Oh, that's not too bad. Okay. Right, let's get me baby wipe. And then, I mean, they call England this green and pleasant land, and it's green and pleasant because of all the rain, so we can't really complain, can we? I like that because it says Porto, May 30th, 1739. So that goes with a nice vintage feel. Right, I'm just going to pre-distress this. And I'm not going to try to distress the white card and hide it, well, apart from with the stamp. I'm going to be brave and leave it white. Hip hip hooray for me. Right, now I need some of the plastic. Let's see, do I have a piece? That's probably going to be too big, but we can cut it down. There's my scissors. I'm enjoying this actually, it's quite nice. And what's more junk than the inside of a cereal packet? Right. Okay, that should work. So let's get that glued down. Just gonna right and see how this goes. There we are. Now there's two sides to this, so there's a dull side and there's a shiny side. Now I think on this one I put the shiny side up. On this one I'm going to try the dull side and see what difference it makes to the overall piece, because I think it'll give it even more of that milky sheen that I kind of like, that reminds me of old celluloid. Let's see. Oh yeah, it's more of a matte finish. I don't know if you can tell the difference on the camera, but that's much more shiny and that's much more matte. I hope that's coming through. Yeah, I kind of like that. That's really nice. Right, now we need to choose our sample. I wonder if, would you be too big? Let's see what you'd look like. Yeah, too big. You need a big old one. I don't think my butterflies are big enough. I might have to get the other butterflies. Where are they? Let's see, where's my butterfly ephemera? Right, I need a nice sized one. I've got all sorts in here and they're not in properly. They're all falling all over the place. Let's see what's on the other side. I think I've got some bigger ones in here. Let's have a look at the size of you. Are you going to be too big? Yes. Okay, so I want something slightly smaller than that. Oh, you're a pretty one. You're slightly too big. That's a pity, because that is a pretty one. I'm going to keep it out so I can judge the size of the others. I think they're all too small. You're far too big. This is the problem when you've cut things out and you just can't find the right size. Oh, look at that yellow one. Yes, let's have a look at you. Yeah, I think we could use that one. I think we could get away with that. Right, let's put these other ones away. Yeah, I like that. That's quite nice. Where's our graph paper? Now, keep you over there so I don't lose you. And let's just get this lined up. And where's my rule? Okay. Yeah, they're opening out markets up tomorrow. Like the outdoor markets, and I've missed going to the markets because you get such a mix of different things, and there's always like unusual things there. And there's this guy at the market near where we live, and he does he's got a bookstall where he sells all of his old books and vintage books and even antique books. And I just love books, so I love going to his stall and just seeing what it is that he's got for sale, because he's always got the most unusual things. And I was thinking, oh, wouldn't it'd be great to go and see him. And he's an old guy as well, and it's nice to see him because like he chats away, and you know he's just one of those characters, you know, that's about right. And I'd like to go, but I can't bring myself to do it. I don't know, we've been in lockdown for so long, and I know that some other countries have already started coming out of lockdown, and maybe they've experienced this. Maybe as if you're in one of those countries, you've experienced this kind of anxiety of going back outside again, because I've got to admit I'm struggling with it. It's a bit too much all in one go. I think so. Yeah, this weekend I'm staying put. And maybe next weekend I'll go and see the nice book guy and see what wonders he's got for us. Yeah, I mean, he might not even be there, you know, tomorrow, because he might be feeling the same. He might not want to come out yet. He might not be ready for it. I'm just assuming that everybody's going to go straight back to normal, and I don't think that's going to be the case. Right. Let's have a look and see what this looks like. Have I got it in the right place? Oh yeah, that looks really pretty. That's going to make such a cool pocket. I'm really liking the grid paper at the back, just adds that extra sciencey type of, that little extra bit. Right, let's get this glued on. I think I'm just going to use the tacky glue because well, there's not much room around the edge for the glue stick anyway. So, and we know that it'll glue this now because we've done our little test on the first one. Right, where's my lid? Okay, right, let's get these out of the way. Oh no, don't get glue on. Okay. And again, if it's slightly bigger at the back, then I can just cut it down and that'll be fine. And I'm just going to spread the glue outwards because I don't want it going into the middle. And I want to get them edges as well, especially if it's going to be a pocket, you know, you need to make sure your edges are all glued down. Right, now then, let's give this a trim. Okay, I think that's about it. Right, shall I put one of the smaller labels on? Let's see. I've got that one, which could sit just like that. Or we could go with something like that. Don't want it to sit over the butterfly, but that's quite cute. I like that. Let's see if there's anything different. These labels are lovely. I'm really enjoying them. Oh, there's one that says, but it's a bit big, that one. Let's see, is there another one that says specimen? There's a smaller one that's going, no, it's going to be too small. Botanical. It's not botanical, is it? I do like that. Let's see if there's another one like that that we can put with it. Or collected by. That would be cute. Collected by, and then whoever gets the junk journal that this is going in, they'll be able to put their name there. I like that one. Too small. Well, so far that's the winner. I like that one as well. Actually, that one's lovely because it goes with the colour of the ink as well, doesn't it? Yeah, I kind of like that one. Entomology specimen. Entomology, that's the study of insects, isn't it? Entomology. I'm pretty sure it is. I'm going to assume that somebody's saying yes it is or no it isn't. I don't like it as much as that one. I like the colour of this one. That's botanical specimen. What about a circle? No, it doesn't work. Okay, we'll go with this one. I like it. I like it a lot. And if we put it right near on the edge, it's kind of going across, but that's going to look really cute. Like that, like that. Okay, let's get the glue on. I've ordered some glue bottles with finer nibs because I'm finding that the nibs on these are just not fine enough. So I'm just waiting for them to come so I can transfer my glue into them. Just because when I'm trying to do pieces like this, you know, especially when you've got all this lovely filigree around, and it's just really difficult to get the glue into where you need it. Right, that's a really cute pocket. I'm really loving that. So we've got our nice journal card and a nice pocket. I'm pleased I tried this method, and you know, for something that you would normally put in the bin, it gives it that extra layer of kind of, I don't know, like I say, old celluloid, or kind of like it's been preserved as a specimen behind protective film. Yeah, kind of like it. So for something that would normally be in the bin, hey, it's turned out pretty nice, and I do like this. I'm going to make some more, I think. I'm going to leave the video here though, because now that we've got the method down, you know, it's something that we can make more of. And what I might do is I might make a bulk, like do a bulk make, and I might film that as well, so we can play around with different decorations. And I've got different sizes of punch, and we could even try, like I said, these ones that we've done, I mean that I made for the the photos. I can't remember the name of them. No, it's gone. We could try them because we can put decoration here and have this be like a, so it'll be the same as that, but it's going to be a bigger size sample for our bigger, because I've got some nice big pieces. And actually, well, I mean, there you go, look. Let's see. Yeah, he would fit there. And yeah, so I'm going to try some, I'm going to get all my little insects out, and we'll maybe do some more of them another day. But I hope you've enjoyed that, and I will give this a try because I'm really enjoyed it. It's been a really nice method to try, and a new material to play with, a new medium. So yeah, and pick up those labels because they're great. Where did I put the pieces of paper? I can't remember. 1 second, I'll find them. So this is the other one, and it is Love Junk Journals, Random Sciencey Labels, Tracy Fox Creative. And you know, they're really nice. I really like them. They've worked out really good, and they're exactly what I want for my naturalist journal. So I hope you enjoyed that. If you did, pop a like, give me a comment and say what you think, and if you can think of like another use for this kind of stuff, then yeah, give us a comment on it, because I'd really like to know what kind of ideas you've come up with, because I can't believe that I'm the first person to think about using this. I'm pretty sure I've seen it somewhere. I've got like a vague memory of seeing it somewhere. So yeah, give me a comment and let me know what you think, and any ideas that you've come up with. That'd be great. And yeah, so stay safe, stay happy, and happy crafting. Bye.